I got cystic fibrosis. See, I've got cystic fibrosis.
Hey guys, it's Miranda, and this week on Staying Salty, we're going to be discussing exercising with CF. And so for this video, I wanted to be able to stand in front of the camera and show you guys all of these cool workouts that I do, and these really cool tricks that I've learned along the way that kind of makes things a little easier or better or harder or whatever. But I'm being very hypocritical in the fact that I don't feel well enough to do it. I started a new drug this week and it's really just taking a toll on me, and my whole body feels like a giant noodle. So forcing myself to work out the best I can for a camera isn't really worth it right now. But I am planning on doing a video similar to this on my channel eventually whenever I am feeling up for it. So if you do want to see that and you come back to this video later on, I'll have that link down below. So I've done my best my entire life to stay as active as possible. And from the time I was around 2 years old is whenever that kind of took over my life. And I started swimming and dancing, soccer, t-ball, which later turned into softball, basketball. I was incredibly active and I did all of this competitively. By the time I was 11 years old, my body was completely exhausted and worn out, and I wasn't keeping any weight on me, not that I ever had, but it was getting to extreme levels. So I decided that I was going to step back from everything a little bit, just do everything for fun in my own time rather than in a team setting. But I did stick to dancing. I kind of traded the other 40 things and just stuck to dancing. But I never do anything half-ass, and I did dancing. Like, I went hardcore. And by hardcore, I mean a minimum of 36 hours a week. And I did that for 5 years. In those 5 years, I was dancing my regular classes, I was competing, I was teaching, I was choreographing, I was doing everything. I was doing private lessons. It was crazy. So I wore my body out. My body didn't want to be a body anymore, and it hardly even looked like one by the end of my dancing career. My feet barely resembled feet. My legs in general I don't even know what you would compare them to, but they were so bowed out. My knees were destroyed. Like, they to this day are tinted a different color because of like permanent bruising. I'm double, triple jointed in all of my joints, and they were to extreme levels. Like, I would hold my arm out and it would just dangle because there was just, everything was super stretched out. So I had to take a step back for a while, and that's when I found Pilates. And Pilates did, oh my god, it was a lifesaver, miracle. I don't even know the right word to describe how much Pilates saved my body and my life, because I have to be able to move and function like a normal human being best I can, right? So I started Pilates, and like myself, I didn't just take Pilates classes, I eventually began teaching. And once I got my body to the point that I could function like a semi-normal human being, then I started teaching dancing again. But I was teaching it in the form of Zumba, and I did that for 2 years on top of the Pilates. I think I did that until I was close to 18 years old. And then the studio ended up moving, and I decided that I was going to just go to a gym and just work on myself rather than be a part of something and it just completely take over my life. But like the extremist that I am, I can't just go and do something. So I was hardcore at the gym twice a day, working on all of these machines, and once again it completely destroyed my body, because with arthritis and Ehlers-Danlos and all of the other things and the injuries that I have, you can't really use weight machines, or you can't use them that often. So my joints hated me again to severe levels, and I had to take a step back. I quit the gym because I just hurt so bad, and it was just really uncomfortable going to a gym anyway because guys are creepy. I took a step back. I really just focused on swimming at my parents', and I got my own place that has a gym, and I work out there every single day whenever I'm physically able to. I do Pilates and yoga. I started going to yoga classes, but now I just do it on my own in my own time. I'll do a few other cardio things here and there. If my knees and ankles are well enough, I will occasionally jump rope or do things of that nature. I'll run on the treadmill. I'll run / jog on the treadmill, but sometimes it gets a little boring for me, so I like to spice it up, and I add my breathing treatment machines or my vest. I don't do it often because if I do it too often, I'll just become completely exhausted. But it's really fun just every now and then to spice it up, and I notice a huge improvement in my lung functions whenever I do that. Right now my main source of exercise is Pilates and yoga. It's really calm on my joints. I'm still able to get the muscle build that I want. I'm able to really focus on the core strength that I need with the Pilates, and the yoga helps with my breathing. I do the cardio with the rope or with... There are a couple of Pilates moves that could count as cardio. I'll occasionally just dance around and do some old Zumba routines if I feel like it. I try and make every day or activity some kind of workout to get my body moving. Like shopping, I can't go shopping without dancing, so I guess that's a form of exercising. You know, I'll go to JCPenney's and just start grooving, and that's my exercise for the day. Not really, because I'm gonna go home and do Pilates for an hour. That's kind of a little bit on my history with exercising and whatnot, and the current things that I'm doing right now. I really wish that I felt well enough to do it full out for you guys, but I'm not up for it today. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you can be notified whenever the other 6 people on this channel upload their amazing exercise videos, as well as so you can keep up with our topics for the next week and the week after that and the week after that, and however long we decide we want to keep this up. But yeah, I am going to leave links below to all of my social media accounts as well as the channels, and I will see you guys next week.